like they will not think about your financial anymore, but they will not prioritize you like that, I guess.
Ah, it's fine. As long as there's some communication between the two, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have NTU as like my fourth option.
Wow, what's your first?
It's Fun. It's the one in Belgium. But I only have it as Fun because I originally wanted Delft, but Delft requires A levels, and obviously I won't do A levels,
Oh,
so I just have Fun as like a it's my number one, which is also my backup, I guess. Because I want to go into aerospace, right? And ideally I would have gone to Delft, but I think that's a bit unless I have a time machine and I can go back 2 years and go to a high school with A levels. I don't think I can go to Delft. Either that or I get hit by lightning and I become a genius overnight and get A on all A levels. I want to be on like the tallest building, just like waiting for lightning to hit me or something.
Okay, everyone's back. Right, so you've had some good discussions, good speaking session. Now, you've got some questions, the same questions and some answers on your screen. Can you match the questions and answers? What do you think? What's the answer to the question? Give it a read.
Number 1 is B.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
Good.
it's B.
Number 2 is C.
Number
C.
2.
Number 3 is A.
Number 3 is A.
Please A.
Okay, so you're saying 1 is B, 2 is C, and 3 is A.
And 3 is A.
Right, good, excellent. Now, let's look at this vocabulary. So this is from the pre-task lessons. Who remembers them?
I remember
Remember these words from the pre-lesson task. Which could you use to describe yourself? First of all, do we have any difficulty with the meaning of any of these words? What do we think apprentice means?
Someone working under someone else, like the student, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody? Good, good. Anybody else? What do you think? What is apprentice?
Like someone or student that work on a company for a certain time that not, I think it's not full time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. And does an apprentice have a good salary, or is an apprentice does the apprentice work on lower wages than the normal workers?
the lower one.
Lower wages because
Yeah, because go on.
because the main
because
aim
they're
is
working
to
under someone.
learn about the skills.
Very good, excellent. So an apprentice is it is a noun. First of all, the word class, remember this. It's a noun. It's somebody who learns to do a skilled job while working for low wages in a company. What do we mean by part-time, which is an adjective?
They work in a company, but just a few hours in a week.
Very good. So it's just a few hours in a week. It's not full-time hours. It's just few hours. For example, full-time hours in certain companies are 35 hours in a week. So for instance, if somebody's working like just 20 hours, that could be part-time working. So they're not working, like they're not giving them their full time. And just we've discussed, just like that, full time working would be, somebody who's working like 35 to 40 hours in a company per week. So they're giving their full time to the company. Salary, I think everybody knows what this word means.
The amount of money received by the employee by working in a company.
Excellent, very good. Benefits, it's a plural noun. Why is it a plural noun? Why do you think this is a plural noun?
There's S.
S.
Because of
There's
S.
S.
Benefits it's talking about, yeah.
Excellent, because of S. Yeah.
They give
What do we mean by benefits?
Advantage. I don't. Advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Something we get from the company others than salary.
Very good, very good. So things you get from a job, such as, your pension, your holiday pay, other things, cycle for scheme, many things that you receive, from your job, that are good things. Obviously, they're called benefits. What is a degree?
Yeah, it's what you get from from colleges.
Title
Like a
that
certificate,
you got
basically.
from college.
Good. A course that students take at university. That's a degree. What is a qualification?
The ability of someone for doing something.
Excellent. So an official record that that you've done or you've completed a certain course. So you're qualified for something. Yeah, correct. Good, Zara. Course. What do you think course means?
Classes, basically. Like IELTS
Lesson.
courses.
Okay. It's a series of lesson in a subject.
Yeah.
We have like degrees like in the major the major thing where we have different courses in it, which are like the smaller entity in a degree. So a course is a series of lessons in a subject. Good. So now that you know the meanings of these words and you know the word class, they are, for example, this is a noun, this is an adjective, this is an adjective, noun, plural, noun, 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 noun. Now, which could you use, to describe yourself? I would like you all to. Sorry, did somebody say anything? Okay. I think I'm just gonna send the slide to you in the chat. And I would like you to use these in your speaking now to describe yourself. See which ones you could use to describe yourself. Be creative. Make sentences. Describe yourself using these words. Because if you have any degree, if you're working full time, if you have ever been an apprentice in any company, which benefits did you get? What was your salary? So get creative. Make these vocabulary words useful in your speaking, and get to speaking in the breakout rooms. So I've sent this in the chat. I'll be looking at the rooms just to see if everybody's doing fine. And I'm going to open the rooms now. Right, you can all join.
Hello.
Yeah. It's good. Thank you. Maybe start now. Okay. I want to start it.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
So I just got here, and what are we supposed to do again? Oh, so we make a sentence from the vocabulary. Okay.
Um, Maybe I can start it. So I have a sentence in here. Maybe I can share it. Qualification. This means sentence. I take an IELTS course to get a qualification for an LOA application. So, do my voice clear? Hello, testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, well, I actually still kind of confused because my friend told me that we should make an introduction based on this vocabulary, but my other friend also said that we're supposed to make a sentence. So I'm kind of confused actually.
I think we should make a sentence from this vocabulary.
Oh, okay. Like a short sentence, right?
So sentence about one vocabulary in the well,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I actually cannot think of anything, but I think I got a few. Like for number two, number two. So my sentence is, she works as a part-time employee at the convenience store. And number three, my sentence is, he is a full-time employee at the bank company. And oh yeah, the last number, she enrolled in a course to improve her marketing skills. Yeah. I don't know the rest. Maybe you guys can help.
I think the task is about describe yourself with the sentence.
Oh, describe myself in a sentence based on the vocabulary.
We go for number 6. I would like to take a. I would like to take a chemical engineering degree. Is it okay?
Okay.
And for the number 7, I take an IELTS course to get a qualification from LOA qualification. Okay, for an LOA application. Rafi, do you have a content that you call?
Well, can I try like one more time?
Sure.
So I work part-time as a knitter. Like I made homemade like garments, like cardigan and stuff. Yeah. And my monthly salary is around $10 to $20. And in my leisure time, I usually take online knitting course. Is that correct?
Sunrise.
Like, okay. Maybe someone wants to try.
because we are
Yeah, well, thank you guys. See you later.
Right, class, how was the speaking session? Good? Yeah.
It was
It was very fun.
yeah, it's great.
Fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Creative? Good. Now, you've got the same vocabulary again, and you have some personalized questions this time. Do you prefer to study in silence or listen to music while you study? What would you like to study in the future? Can you describe your job to me? And what's the best thing about your job? Remember, you have to answer these questions by using this vocabulary in the box. Is the task clear to everybody? Yeah. Good. Excellent. I'm just going to send this slide in the chat and you will go on your speaking session again.
Should we write it down? Like our answers?
Yes, that would be actually good. So I'll give you about 5 to 8 minutes right now, where you can take some notes, write down your answers on your notebooks. Think about how would you answer these using this vocabulary. If you want to send it in the chat, you can also do that. I can give you some feedback. And then you can go in your rooms.
Question, do we need to use all of it or can we, only use a couple?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Do we have to use all of it, all of it, or can we only use a couple?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. So you can use as many as you want. 1, 2, doesn't matter. It depends on your answer. But you have to use at least one of them in your answers or in each answers.
I think I prefer to study.
Okay, class, are we ready to go in the rooms? Or do you need more
Yes.
time?
I am personally.
Okay, but I think let's give 2 minutes to the rest of the class. You can finalize your notes. Right, so these are your 2 minutes up. I'm going to open your rooms now. Make sure everybody speaks.
Hey guys,
Hello guys. So, can I start first?
sure.
Okay. Yeah, right. Is it clear? I have I didn't really know that.
Is Zafira lagging or is it just me? Okay.
Okay, so for the first question, do you prefer to study in silence or listen to the music while you study? Um, I think I prefer to listen to the music while I'm studying because I hate of being I hate of feel lonely. So when the music play, I feel like there's someone who accompanying me of doing my exercises, so that I prefer to study while I listen to the music. And the second one is what you like to study in the future. So in the future, I'm considered to take an economic degree because as far as I go in the high school, I just find out that I I'm so interested in economics. I'm interested. I have a lot of interest that like how can a market and the interaction of the buyer and the seller for the question can you describe your job. Actually, all of us have a same job. We are all students, so that as a students, we just studying and doing something fun related to our hobby. And the last one is what is the best. So the best thing of being a student is you have the fear to try and what to do. So if you still have a chance to do something, do it because
Wait, she disappeared. Hello? Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, I lost my connection. So I will continue my answer. What is the best thing about your job? I think the best thing about my job is as a student, I can do anything without fear. You know that people say our age is a golden age, so we need to use that kind of things to tell. Okay, thank you. Uh, you can ask yourself to do anything you want without afraid of being disappointed of what you are decided to be, so that you can just uh, do anything you want and make a lot of relationship with someone. And yeah, I think it will be helpful for your future. That's all for me. You can continue, Rafi. I agree with that. Mm,
Okay, so it's my turn. For the first one, do you prefer to study in silence or listen to music while studying? It actually depends. When I'm studying a course that needs to analyze the question fully, I have to be focused 100% and I don't want any sound to interrupt me, such as music, because it really interfere my focus on the subjects. That's the first one. And the second one, what would you like to study in the future? So in the future in university for my undergraduate programs, I wanted to pursue a degree in computer science. Then like uh, Rafi said he wanted to focus on the AI, right? Instead, I wanted to focus more on the security and privacy. So in this high school, in this 1 year, I'm focusing on doing competitive programming and the programming itself, like we solve questions with code a program with some mathematics and logics. And it got me thinking instead of doing the front engineering all the time, maybe I could try to back engineering, like doing the cybersecurity and stuff, uh, maintaining the safety of the programs of the system behind the whole part of the program. And the third one, can you describe your job to me? To you guys, of course. So I wanted to tell one of my experience 3 years ago when the pandemic hit. I actually have a part-time video editing job. Like there, I'm working with the clients or some organization. So actually, the biggest challenge on this job is we're trying to evaluate and following what the client wants. It is very difficult because from time to time they might changes uh, their theme of the video editing, and it is kind of a little bit complicated. And the last one, what's the best thing about your doing? So from while taking this part-time job, I got a lot of chance to enhance my skill more, like communicating, uh, collaborating, and even problem solving. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, there is a lot of you guys who want to take computer science. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, computer science have a lot of different branches in their major. It's fun to explore, in my opinion.
So the second question is what we are going to be, right? So I answered the wrong question. Can I try to answer the second question once again? Because I think I answered the wrong question. So what would you like to be in the future, right? I think in the future I want to work in a World Bank. As I see, right, like how is the economics in a world work, and how is the mechanism of that World Bank of being the subsidy for each country who needs a money to, how to say that right, to minimize the deficit of their budget. I think that's all.
Talking about the World Bank, I have a friend, and his big sister, is working in the World Bank and in the US. I think she's
Wow.
very, yeah, she's very amazing, you know.
So your friend, your I think World Bank is kind of interesting because it's just cool. I love it. I'm wondering where you are from, Haindra.
Me myself, I'm from Semarang, but I attend my high school in Bogor, so I live in a dormitory.
So you are you live in dormitory?
Yep, yes.
Oh, I see. Me too. I live in dormitory too.
Wait, where do you go to the school? What city? What school?
I'm in Maninsan Cendekia, if you know. There's one in Serpong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's where I go. So how does it feel of doing the fasting in a dorm? I think it's quite hard, right?
Wait, right now at the moment, actually, I'm at my own house for 1 week.
Really?
I have a holiday.
You get a holiday?
Yeah, for the first week in Ramadan, they gave me.
I see. Me too. I get a holiday, but it's just 3 years.
For
3 days, and I'm just coming back to my dorm.
so you will get one another in the end of the Ramadan, right? For the Eid al-Fitr.
Ah, I hope. I wish I get a longer time to stay at home.
Yes, everyone dream in dormitory, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So most of you had finished your speaking task. Good. Now, just a quick review about the IELTS speaking test. So, what do you remember about IELTS speaking test from the pre-lesson task? How long is the speaking test, that you're going to give? How many parts are there in the test? What are the marking criteria? And which criteria do you think you need to work on? So let's talk about it for a minute. So, who thinks who can answer these questions for me?
I want to try, Miss.
Go ahead, please.
For the first question, how long is the speaking test? As the answer in the last pre-class, I mean pre-class, the speaking test is around 10 until 14 minutes.
Very
and
good.
it's divided into 3 parts. Yes. I think it's all to remember, Miss.
That's fine. That's fine. You remembered correctly. So it is
Okay,
usually, it's usually the speaking part. The test is about 11 to 14 minutes long, and it has 3 parts. Right? Now, who remembers the marking criteria of the speaking test? What do you think you will be marked on?
Maybe one of them is the grammar.
Grammar. Do you think grammar? Yeah, grammar is one thing. Yes. What else?
Pronunciation.
I think
Pronunciation. Very good. Your
How many
pronunciation matters. Your grammar
vocabulary?
matters.
Fluent.
Very
How
good.
Fluent.
creative?
And see, you have to be fluent. That's why you were in the speaking groups, so you could practice speaking in a natural flow, in a fluent way. So fluency is very important in IELTS speaking test. Your grammar, your pronunciation, your fluency. What else?
Variety of the vocabulary.
Yeah. Vocabulary is important, but it's not so important. Like, it is, in the middle range. It is not extremely important. So you don't have to use difficult vocabulary to impress, the IELTS examiner. You don't have to do that. All you need to do is make sure your pronunciation is correct. You are speaking in a fluent, natural way. You're not stopping in between. Your grammar is correct. Your pronunciation is correct. Your accuracy of sentence structures, the way you're speaking, you're accurate and you're coherent, like your ideas are connecting to one another. It's not like you're saying one thing at a time and then you're saying completely another thing at the other time. So your ideas should be connected the way you're speaking. So I think all of these things are really important when you're giving your IELTS speaking test. For the last question, which criteria do you think you need to work on? So everybody, could you write in the chat, about yourself? Which criteria do you think you need to work on? Let me show you something actually. So here is the band descriptions, according to your grammatical range and accuracy criteria. Give it a read and see where do you think you fall? Which one applies to you? And then accordingly, you will see where do you need to work on in your speaking. Give it a read. After reading, can you write down your band number as well as which criteria do you think you need to work on in the chat for me, please? Okay, so I have 3 responses. What about everybody else? Right, so these are your answers. Most of you said you are on number 6, so you can use a mix of simple and complex structures, but with limited flexibility. You can use, you may make frequent mistakes with complex structures, but they rarely cause comprehension problems. And some of you said you are on 7, a few number of you. So you can use a range of flexible structures with some flexibility and frequently produce error-free sentences, though some grammatical mistakes persist. So, looking at some of the things here that you said you need to improve, I saw pronunciation. This grammatical mistakes or grammatical errors and vocabulary are like 2 of the things that I'm noticing in your answers. And some complex structures connecting ideas together and fluency. Now, I will ask you some questions. How do you think you can improve your pronunciation?
Me.
Everybody? Anyone can.
By practicing.
Oh,
I'm not so personally.
Yeah, what do you think? Why?
here's someone
Practice.
talking.
Okay, I need you to say that again for me, please. How do you practice pronunciation? How can you improve? Sorry, how can you improve pronunciation? Why? How do you think?
Talking.
By practicing it every day,
Yep.
but to talking with the mirror and start to record yourself, and you can just know how much your your ability to speak is.
Yep. You can also, I'll just because you, when you're in that age, you can watch. Obviously, everybody loves to watch movies, right? Shows. I would suggest you, for your pronunciation, to watch British shows. So if you obviously, because IELTS is a British test, right? British speaking test. So you can watch British shows either on, Netflix, Amazon Prime, wherever you want. You can watch British shows, British documentaries. They will definitely help you get a hold of the pronunciation, the actual pronunciation the native speakers use. So, you can observe. Let me just. So, these are some of the things that you can do in your free time at home to improve your pronunciation. The natives in documentaries or shows or anything that you're seeing speak the language. And then what you can do is you can imitate them. You can try and do the same pronunciation in the mirror. That is something that's going to help you improve your pronunciation for sure. And this is something that you can enjoy doing. You can do it in your free time, and it will definitely help you with your pronunciation. What about grammar and accuracy? How do you think you can improve that in your free time?
Reading books, read some books.
Yeah. Reading grammatical books, not too complex ones, the easy ones, where you have like the basic structures. Because when you make things too complex, it doesn't make things easy for you. It just makes it more difficult. So all you need to do is get a hold on the main tenses. What are the main tenses? You have present tense, you have past tense, you have future tense. And then you've got different variations in all of these tenses. You just need to know the rules of the main tenses and how you have like the variations and how you can make sentences. Basically just the rules of main sentences and the variations. And that's about it. And obviously, word classes need to know basic things such as adverbs, adjectives, where and how to use them. Preposition is very important, extremely important. Articles, where to use them. So these are some basic things that you can, look at in the grammar books that can help you improve your grammar and accuracy. So the main tenses, word classes, adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, articles, how to use them. That's about it. That's all you need to know to make good grammatical sentences with good accuracy, and if you need to be fluent with them. Usually what happens is that we are fluent, we can speak good English, but when it comes to actually pointing out the grammatical error or seeing what tense are we actually using, we don't usually know that because it's just coming naturally. Does it happen with everybody? Yeah. Is it a normal thing? Yeah, definitely. Right. So how do you think you can improve your vocabulary?
For the vocabulary, I think there's no other way for me beside of remembering all of the vocabularies in a dictionary.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can watch a movie or a series with English subtitle to
Mhm.
increase and enrich our vocabularies.
Yes, very good. You can read books, you can watch movies, articles, but you don't have to use no need for complex vocabulary. You need to expand your vocabulary for sure. You need to expand your vocabulary. You need to know more words so you can obviously use them. Yeah, but make sure that you don't use too difficult words. You don't have to use extra difficult vocabulary or to impress the IELTS examiner. You don't have to do that. Obviously, you wouldn't use the basic one. You can expand it, but you don't have to go for you don't have to worry too much about the vocabulary. You can worry too much about the grammar, definitely, your fluency, your pronunciation, but vocabulary, you can, go easy on it. Complex structures, the same as grammar and accuracy, they come here. So obviously, it's connected with the tenses, basically. If you know the tenses, if you're reading the books to help you with the tenses, I think complex structures or making complex sentences would be just be a piece of cake for you. It becomes easy. Connecting ideas together. How can you do that? Any tips, class, for connecting ideas together?
Watch like an old movies, like documentaries. I
Mhm.
ever watch like Genius. It's like there is so much sentences that connect ideas in there, especially in academic documentaries. So yeah, I think that's all
Very
what I
good.
know.
Very good. So we've got academic documentaries. Also, you can practice. This is something you need to, you can only learn by practicing. Practice. Write down. So pick out any topic that you need to, for instance, you have a topic about your favorite holiday, right? So you'll start thinking about what you need to say on this topic. So I think that's one thing. That's one way to do it. You pick out any topic and you start brainstorming ideas on that topic. You write down your points and you need to practice. So you need to write down your points first. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down, and then see how can you connect the ideas together. What comes first, and then what comes second to it. What do you need to do first, and then what do you need to do like afterwards. So obviously you can number your ideas and you can connect your ideas on basis on that basis. That's another way to do that. Fluency. You can only be fluent by speaking with your peers, your friends, your family, to yourself. That's literally the only way you can work on your fluency. That's why we have this speaking session class today. When you go in your rooms, you need to speak, right? You need to speak, and as much as you practice, don't worry about the mistakes you make. As much as you practice, you will be fluent in your speaking. So I think the only thing that can fix fluency is you speaking, not shying away. Be confident in what you're about to say and speak. Right. So these are some of the ways you can do at home, some of the things, some of the tips that you can do at home in your free time to improve these things that will help you in your IELTS speaking test. Now, ask and answer the following questions. Try to extend your answers and speak for 15 seconds when answering each question. Remember this is very important. Because in IELTS, you have to speak for a certain time. So make sure you have got enough of that material to speak. So these are some questions that you need to speak on. And you will extend your answers and speak for 15 seconds when asked. I think 15 seconds is not even it's not even like a long time. After that, okay, so this is extra. You don't have to do this. I'll just leave you to this. So let me just send this in the chat. In your rooms, you can first take 5 minutes to think about the answers, that you're going to say in response to these questions. And then one by one, obviously, you can interview each other and answer and expand your answers. Right, I'm opening the rooms now. Remember, you can take 5 minutes, in the start to think about the answers before you start speaking. I am opening the rooms now.
Hello, Grace and Rafi again.
Hey guys.
Okay, who wants to start first? Me first? Okay. Um, so the first one is, what subject did you enjoy most when you were a child? So it's interesting. Um, when I was a child, I think the subject I enjoy the most is math. Why? Because I always have a good grade in math. I also always got a perfect grade, so that I love math so much. And the second one is, how often do you take a break when you study? So it depends on my condition. If my condition is good, I will take a rest for around 10 minutes or 30 minutes. But if I'm too lazy to continue my study and I need something to maintain my energy, so I think I will take a break for a few hours, then I will come back to study. The next question is, would you prefer to spend your time studying or working? For me, I think I'll spend my time by working, because when I working in something, there is always a new things that I haven't learned about it. While I working, I can study something new. I can learn something new. And the last is, what would your perfect job be? I know exactly about this, but my friends say that I think that they said, if you're a journalist, or I Okay, I'm done. You can go on, Rafi, I think.
Okay. Um, as a child, I really enjoyed studying science because it was very fun, and then it answers a lot of my question. Like, I tend to ask stuff like, why is the sky blue, or like, why is the water not blue, or why is it clear and stuff like that. And the science could answer or give an answer to those type of question that I ask. So that's why I find it really enjoying, even though I'm not really good at science. And how often do you take a break when you study? Well, I usually the ratio of me studying and taking a break is like 1, 2, 3. So I study for 10 minutes and I take 30 minutes break because I cannot stand studying for so long. Would you prefer to spend your time studying or working? Personally, I would prefer spending my time working because I can learn a lot of new things while working here. I guess working is like doing things else than studying, because when you do something, or working is basically the application of studying. So it's basically like applying what you studied, I believe. So I prefer to spend my time working because there are more things that you can learn actually. What would your perfect job be? I would like to be a chef because I think being a chef seems super cool, super fun, super flexible, super enjoyable. Thank you.
So now it's me, right? Okay. I enjoy studying mathematical when I was a child because I love to counting, then memorize or reading a book. And how often I take a break when I study? I take a break 15 minutes in every hour because I get more bored than what I study, and I prefer to study than rather than working because studying is I get something new, but I also enjoy to working because working we get a new experience. And what would my perfect job be? I think is a cybersecurity or civil engineer. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you.
Who is speaking now? I couldn't hear anything. It's fine. All right.
Guys, Fifi, Rafi, what process do you want to make? Books? Okay. Wait, you can coding. Okay. And the 28th? Oh, me. I'm still confused, but if I follow the Bogor student, I would take like make a content and social media and website for studying about environmental. We want to like uh say about global warming, right? Talk about global warming, talk about environment for high school student in the from social media. But yeah, I'm still confused to make what process. And the other 28 students, what they made, like Rahma or Putra. Yeah, I know you join Rahma. Yeah, I know. Okay, so you like after you made the book, you will uh share it to like high school student. Okay then.
Right, class. Everybody's back. Yeah. Okay, great. How was the speaking session?
It was great.
It was amazing.
Good.
Really
Good.
fun.
Yes, I heard some of you and I heard some amazing answers and you're practicing. Again, the tips that we've discussed, make sure that you use them, you do them in your free time at home. Because in the class you just have a few minutes maximum, so you cannot speak as much. But otherwise, great effort, everybody. You're doing great, and I applaud all of you. Thank you for coming in and thank you for speaking in today's lesson. I will, inshallah, see you all on probably Friday now. Yeah. Right. Happy Ramadan and enjoy your day. I'll see you, inshallah, on Friday. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Miss. Enjoy your
Yes.
enjoy your day.
Yes.